We in the garage right now. We got a problem solved. Carlos's car. It's been breaking up. We're gonna show you a clip right now of Carlos's car running. During, I don't know, third or fourth gear, starts to break up. We think it's blowing out the spark. So we're gonna go ahead and change the spark plugs to a colder plug, see what it does. We wanted to see what's in here originally, so we don't know. We know he had some iridium plugs before, but we don't know what heat range it is. So we're gonna take them out, slap some new ones on, maybe gap them tighter and see what it does. So let's see, hopefully fix it.
Sure.
We gotta see what's in there first.
I'm almost positive that.
What's up?
I said I'm almost positive they're iridiums.
I know they're iridiums, but I want to know the heat range. People don't have problems running iridiums.
I have problems running the wrong heat range.
Especially for the booze he's rocking.
Yeah, for real. So, what I like to tell people.
What you like to tell people?
Always try to keep your, like, handy set of tools that you just personally work on your car with, so that way you're not sitting there wasting time looking for tools.
You have the little handy hand.
I try to keep just like, your standard 17, 14, 12, 10.
The typical Honda sizes.
Yeah.
Literally, you could take a whole car apart with
this bag right here.
Seriously.
Like, I don't know.
19, 17, 14, 12, 10. Freaking 32 millimeter for the axle. That's it.
Just trying to keep it simple.
Take the whole car apart with that.
All
right. Let's take these plugs out. I bet you they're 8 heat range.
Yeah. Like we were saying, like sometimes it's the smallest things that you just don't think of could be the issue. And
yeah, hopefully we're gonna do a pass with these new spark plugs and see
regular plugs and see if it works. I think it'll work.
Let me see. Let me see.
Let's check them out.
All right. Damn.
Yeah.
Those looking fouled out.
How's that gap on them too? That gap looks okay.
So that's why this asshole.
What happened?
7 heat range. BKR 7E? The hell out of here.
What's wrong?
Huh?
Wrong plugs?
Yeah, 2 steps hotter. They're not even the 8s, they're the 7s. We're gonna run 9s in this. So, if you look here at the iridium plugs, it says BK7E. The 7 indicates the heat range. The ones that we have is in the 9 range, which I think it's the coldest spark plugs. This is the coldest spark plugs you can get in iridiums.
Iridiums, yeah.
So I bet you anything is just because of these freaking stupid ass spark plugs. I remember he got them from that screwed him. Look at these.
He wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready. I'm not even gonna gap him much. I'm throw those in. I bet you I'm gonna throw those in and this thing's freaking rock.
Let's see.
And then all the ranting and raving Carlos has been doing is fixed because of freaking spark plugs.
What is it? $40 spark plugs? Is it like $10 a pop because they're iridiums?
I bet you it's closer than that.
Oh yeah, dude. These plugs right here, like.
Are they gap closer?
Yeah. You look at them. I wish we had more light.
I wish there you go. Hold on, look. The contrast. They look like they're gap closer than.
Yeah. Or the plug could have been blown. The gap could have been stretched a little bit.
Alright, now I gotta tell people this. Alright, so I just looked it up. This is a stock heat range plug for the K20 in the 7 heat range. So Carlos has been running stock plugs on his freaking built K series. You're supposed to run like 2 steps colder. The 9s in the first place, which I had these in stock, bro. I was like, when he bought the plugs, I was like, bro, I have plugs. I have like the perfect ones, the 9s, right? Yeah. And then he already had it. He's like, oh, and then I think that was when he just put it on the dyno. Carlos, this is your issue, bro. 9s now, all right? because you're running freaking seven heat range pipe plugs. We're gonna freaking drive this and it's gonna freaking run amazing. You're gonna freaking love me after your car runs 9s full. It sounds better, it idles better. You can see, I mean, all the settings are flat, nice and flat. You can look. It sounds a lot better. It revs a lot freer.
Yeah, it's a lot more crisp.
Yeah,
So, what's the verdict?
verdict is it's
running a lot better.
It's running a lot better. I don't know if you guys saw the last, his last data log. I'm gonna load his last data log. And you guys can see the difference.
The difference some spark plugs will do.
So, like, you see how like jagged it is? Like this run right here. It's a lot. I'm gonna zoom in. You see how jagged it is? Nothing's really smooth. Also, the TPS doesn't go to 100%. It's not really. Yeah, you don't want the values to jump all around everywhere. You want it to be a gradual, smooth. That will equal better run. So for you guys tuning, that's kind of a no-brainer, right? You're like, huh. If it starts jumping around, you know there's an issue. So right now, we're gonna wait for him to come back so he can drive his car. He's been used to the car, and he knows how to react. I mean, you know, I haven't driven it. Yeah. I just know the sound it makes. So if it makes a weird noise, then I'm like, okay, yeah, there's something wrong. But
yeah,
I think right now he's gonna know a difference instantaneously. Instantaneously. I think I might want to lower the boost though on it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll bring it down a little bit for that.
Yeah, it's kind of
aggressive.
Yeah, it's kind of gangster.
And you guys are probably wondering why we're not taking it for a test drive, because
responsible.
We're not. Yeah,
I want to be responsible. You guys are responsible for people's cars that you like mess up and blow up.
Yeah, like
he's like, you don't let somebody drive your car.
And he's the type of person to be like, yeah, Chris, you can go ahead and drive my car, Mike. You cool. You can go ahead and drive my car.
Right?
But
like something happened.
I'm like super conscious like about using other people's things and breaking them. I don't want to be that guy. Neither does Mike.
I don't want to break. I mean,
I'm not saying it's gonna break. I'm just saying that stuff happens, and you just don't want to be responsible for it.
Seriously.
And it's his baby too, so this is pride and joy. He's been working on this thing for like 5 years, and we've gone through like every swap you can imagine in this thing, except for a single cam. So, yeah.
Get that birthday run.
Yeah.
It's gonna run what it does. We're gonna have to I'm gonna get a GoPro in there.
Okay.
So then I want your reaction, your whole reaction throughout the whole run. Okay, and just let your emotion out.
Okay.
When you feel what you feel.
All right.
Do it like that one fool that hit a 7 second. He was like, what is it, like Puerto Rican? He's like, that's a 7 second, papi. That's a 7 second run, huh? You people need me and that's what was that? Frustrated or whatever, right? Yeah, when he did that, he threw his helmet. He's like, that's a 7 second pass.
He didn't even see his. He didn't even finish. He didn't even get his slip yet.
He's like.
She's a lot better.
How hot is it though?
Huh?
Is it even warmed up?
It's warmed up. The breakup when you're loading up is still there.
Is it still there?
Yeah. So I don't know if you heard it when I went off on first. It broke, and then I shifted in the second, and it broke, and then it opened up, and then it pulled clean. Once it was up there, it pulled clean, and I didn't have that that drop off or the breakup at the top. So you fix the top. Whatever that was, it's back. But now we're back to what it was from off the dyno, though. Like that is still there. Whatever that is, I still don't know what that is.
I set your boost way down, so
when she gets on, she's on.
I set it at 20 pounds.
20? Yeah, she feels.
I said it low.
Yeah, she feels even faster than.
Let me look at the dialogue. I'll show you. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, these are like really sensitive. I've been adding fuel to Carlos's car, and it wouldn't change. So we're thinking, oh, maybe the wide band's messed up because I've been adding like 10% more fuel, and it's no bueno. So we just looked at the sensor, and these are like
people make this dumb mistake. No offense against Sheepy, but they made it. This when you look inside of the bung, I didn't weld this on. It came on the pipe. They cut the hole inside of the bung. The actual pipe hole is smaller than the bung hole, than the actual than the sensor itself. So when you go in, you think you're going in fine. You know, as far as you go into the thread, it's good. But as soon as you start threading, you feel tension, and you're like, what's going on? Why? It should just screw in by hand, and it's because it's hitting the lip, and well.
Yeah, you see that? You see the inside? It's like cutting into the freaking
Sensor.
Yeah, it's cutting into the sensor. It's making the sensor read bad.
And that's even worse than a sensor going out completely, because now you think it's working, but it's off. That's horrible. Yeah.
What's going on? What happened?
Nothing. I mean, you know, it runs like shit. No, I'm just kidding. Mike fixed it finally after years of battling. Months. Chris, be quiet. No, me battling for years. No, Magic Mike.
Right?
He found that.
It's like hypnotizing us.
Magic Mike found the secret. It was hidden, and my car doesn't break up no more.
So we've been having just tell them like what's the
so
what,
every
what,
time,
what
no
happened?
matter what, I would drive the car, and right around Vtec, it would just break up like crazy, and I couldn't get into boost. I'd have to shift it, go into second gear, and try to climb it again, and then it would clear up and go. But it was horrible. Like there was no way to even boost out of first gear. So Mike found the issue,
and I'm gonna explain to everybody. I'm gonna explain to everyone why it happens. Okay. Anyway. This is the cam angle. This is actually on a stock motor, but it's easier for me to explain it to you in that way. So when you're in idle, you're gonna be starting like right around this area, and then it ramps up as you step on the gas like that. And what Honda does is when this cam angle is at 0, every time it moves 10 degrees, it takes 0.1 seconds to change actually. And there's like, it could be hesitation. So what they do is you make it a smooth, gradual increase. And then you see this part where it hits 40. This is right around when Vtec hits, okay? Because you can see like $5,000. Once it switches over, it's like 4,000, and then it drops down to 15. So when it does, Vtec kicks in, and now you have a different cam angle. So where Vtec is, it's at 40. What Carlos' car was doing when I looked at his data log was that right when Vtec hit, the cam angle would drop down to 5 degrees. Yeah. And then
kind of hesitation occurred.
So because I noticed when I drove it, it would hiccup right around 5,000.
Yeah.
And then it would do like
Yeah.
But it would clear up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I changed the cam angle, and then it would go like ba-ba. And then I changed it, I increased it even more, and it went ba, and then it went. So there is still a hiccup.
There's a little one, but nothing compared.
But
to
but if you keep your RPMs above where Vtec is, you're gravy.
I'll be fine.
But you were having breakups on the top end too,
yeah.
and that didn't have anything to do with the cam angle.
No.
I believe that was spark plugs.
Probably.
So it was a combination of spark plugs. I think it was a combination of being rich as hell.
Yeah, because our sensor was also bad.
So yeah, if you're getting, and you're saying that, you know, you said you were hell of fireballs and stuff like that.
Right now, yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
It was clean. We still have some room to play.
We still have some room to play. He's not at freaking 32 pounds anymore.
Yeah, we're at 25.
And we don't need,
which is nice.
We don't need that much boost. It creates too much heat. So right now, we're setting them right around 25, but it's clean boost.
Yeah.
It's
smooth boost.
And you didn't go even all the way in.
I didn't even go ham. No.
Yeah.
No.
So
it was nice. Magic Mike again.
Yeah.